It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you've got. Oh, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that sway. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. It don't mean nothing if it ain't got that sway. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. It don't mean a thing. All you gotta do is say. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you got. Oh, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome, and thank you for joining us. This is Shockoe Sessions Live. It's a weekly live video streaming concert series promoting Richmond's vibrant music scene and rejuvenating your soul with live music from the comfort of your own home. Hello, music lovers. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting local music. This is Shockoe Sessions Live. I'm Reese Williams. We are broadcasting from In Your Ears Groovy Studio A this evening. Before we get to our entertainment, of course, I always have a few little tidbits and pointers at the top of the show. First of all, pick up Richmond Magazine's Fall Arts Preview issue. It's got Chance Fisher on the cover, and there is information about Shockoe Records inside. So we're getting a little more press. Visit shockoerecords.com, sign up for the newsletter. But there's a great interview and some information in Richmond Magazine's Fall Arts Preview. So please pick it up. Once again, we are inviting you to join us in Studio A for the shows. Visit eventbrite.com, search for Shockoe Sessions Live. It has all of the upcoming shows. Tickets are $10. All of that goes to the band, and you get to feel the love and the magic behind the scenes and the crew and the band and everybody, and really feel like you're a part of the family and get to see it from another point of view. It's very, very cool. If you can't join us in person and you're watching from home, we would like to firmly but politely remind you to please tip the band. That's why we started this thing. That's why we're here. That's why we started the in-studio, because the virtual tip jar was looking a little sad. So we want to bolster that tonight. Everybody's got to make money, and the links will be at the bottom via Venmo, PayPal, but please tip the band. Everybody needs your help. This creativity costs money to make. We want to thank our sponsor, Fan Veterinary Clinic. They are in Richmond. They've been a neighborhood veterinary clinic for over 40 years. They employ two amazing doctors, Dr. Debnath and Dr. Gregorio, and they have an amazing support staff as well. Dr. Debnath received her degree, I always like to joke, from the Royal Academy of Veterinary Medicine in London, England, and Dr. Gregorio received his from Auburn University, and their love of animals is clear as they strive to give your pets the best possible attention and care. And we are certainly grateful that they give us attention and care with sponsoring the show. So thank you so much, Fan Vet, for making this possible. We really appreciate it. We want to remind everybody that the RVA Remix competition is going to be happening September 17th. Visit rvaremix.org. It's a chance for people to make music. Everybody gets sort of the same stems, and then you run and you make your own version of a song. And there are competitions and prizes and workshops. All experience levels are welcome. It begins September 17th. So please visit rvaremix.org. Coming up next month, we also have Resonate, which is a podcast festival that's in partnership with the ICA and the VPM. And again, they'll have workshops. You get to do a pitch of a podcast idea. They're going to have an incredible panel of speakers. So visit resonatepodfest.com. We've got a podcast festival right here in Richmond, so you don't want to miss it. That is super, super cool. We also have the Richmond Folk Festival coming up next month, and we're going to talk a little bit about that a little later on this show. But for this show, the main event, William Chan Hall is a smooth jazz recording artist based right here in Richmond, Virginia. He's influenced by the greats including Herbie Hancock, Brian Culbertson, Marcus Johnson, Bob Baldwin, and Joe Sample. He's performed all along the East Coast of the U.S., and he shared the stage with such greats as Ramsey Lewis, Herbie Hancock, who I have seen as well. I have a funny story about him. George Benson, Jarreu, Gerald, Albright, and Norman Brown. His newest release, Enchantment, get it? Journeys listeners back to his roots in contemporary jazz. It is bursting with smooth jazz for everyday people in need of relaxation through music. Yes, I think we all need that right about now. Much like his sophomore album, Enchantment has also crossed international boundaries and was considered in the first round of ballots for a Grammy nomination of 3 categories: Best Contemporary Instrumental Album, Best New Age Album, and Best Jazz Instrumental Album. And we've got him right here on Shockoe Sessions Live. Welcome very much. Thank you so much. experience, an experience indeed. Now, you're no stranger to In Your Ear Studios, isn't that right?
That is correct.
You've
I'm no
been-
stranger.
What brought you here before?
What brought me here before? So I came before the pandemic. They had a Grammys Association meeting here. A friend of mine invited me out, and we actually got to tour the entire studio. So I got to see the other side, this room, and this was a good time. It was at that time my first time. I've heard so much about the studio of all these big time artists coming through and recording. So it's like Richmond's #1 studio. And then probably maybe a month or two ago, it was a straight ahead jazz singer named Callie. And a friend of mine from Northern Virginia called me in on the situation because her pianist couldn't make it. And I was able to come in and record with her in this very same room. And I met Carlos. So we actually had a formal introduction. So,
Love it. And I love that you're comfortable. I love that you feel welcome.
yeah.
You fit right in.
Yeah. I
And
like
you're
that.
sounding lovely.
There we go.
Just lovely.
Great.
Let's keep it going.
Let's keep going? Okay. So the next tune I'm going to do is, by the way, my latest project, I'm sorry, just to update, my latest project is called Something to Prove with the
Ooh.
number 2.
Okay.
The song we just played was the title of the album, Something to Prove. So as you can tell, I had something to prove when I played that particular song. Had a lot of twists and all that good stuff. So the next song is from the Something to Prove project. It's called In Pursuit. All right, guys, ready? Let me get some bass. Let me get some bass. right.
Wow.
That was In Pursuit. We need a little famous twist to the end, little popular tune at the end. It's kind of a little ending.
That is incredible. You know, the album you said is Something to Prove, correct?
Yes.
You are proving it well. MS Pat 311 says, Chan, you setting those keys on fire. You've gotten 12 fire emojis already, just so you know.
Good.
Nika says, love it, Chan. Lorenzo says, Chan the man. Y'all sound awesome. Geraldine says, hope everyone's having a good time. Janine said, saw you live in Richmond in June and have been listening to you ever since. You sound amazing.
Thank you.
Jacques Lamont says, I hear you, bro, sounding good. And Kevin Williams says, sounds awesome. Elaine says, get it, Chan.
Yeah.
Wow, lots of love. I love that.
That's what I'm talking about.
You've grabbed them.
That's right. The Chan love. The Chan love. That's all right. That's what we're about. All love.
Just incredible.
All right. The next song we're going to actually do two songs into one. So we're going to do a song of mine called RVA Smooth and to a twist and tie into a song called Let's Talk. So RVA Smooth is my tribute to the city. So I figured this is what I envisioned that I heard that Richmond would sound like. You know, so when I leave the area, I'll say, hey, I'm going to give you a taste of Richmond. This is what we're going to be sounding like. You know what I'm saying? So being my course that I've been in Richmond, it's a very musical city, very artsy city. When I first came, I didn't know it was that artsy. Came past Richmond all the time, would never expect it to be this artsy. Never got that notoriety of like, hey, we got this talent. But after experiencing it, I'm just like, this place is very talented, full of good people. And I pray that one day that we'll get that spotlight in here that lets you know, like, hey, Richmond, we got it here. It's here. It's just haven't been out and exposed. We just haven't exposed yet.
But not too much. I don't want to have to look for parking. So let's find that happy medium.
Look, we have to build more parking decks. We have to negotiate it. But anyway, we're going to be doing first song will be RVA Smooth, and then we're going to have the two people soloing will be Wayne Lewis on the bass, and then we have John Bennett on the sax. While I'm naming names, let's go ahead and name the rest of the band.
Yes,
we got Ronnie
please.
Thomas on the drums. We have Nelson Valentine on the secondary keyboards. Very talented. And we have myself, Chan Hall.
Hello, Chan.
So we're going to do RVA Smooth into Let's Talk, everyone. Hope you guys enjoy that, the little twist of RVA Smooth into Let's Talk.
Outstanding. You're up to 33 flame emojis. By the way, Kevin, I think, had about 12 or 13 in one
That's what I'm
post
talking about,
alone.
Kevin.
So I said, you just want me to count all those flame emojis.
Kevin, my man, my man.
I don't know if you know, Chan, not only do we like supporting local musicians on this show, but we also like supporting organizations that support local musicians.
All right. Let's get more excited for that.
That's
Organizations.
right. And joining me tonight is the Director of Events for Venture Richmond. You know, the Richmond Folk Festival will return this fall, live and in person, to celebrate its 18th anniversary. It's October 7th through the 9th. It's become one of Virginia's largest, drawing fans each year to downtown Richmond's waterfront, celebrating the roots, richness, and variety of American culture through music, dance, traditional crafts, storytelling, and food, my fave. Well, music and food are tied for me. I don't know.
Right.
So what is going to make Stephen, hello, welcome.
Hello, welcome. You just done it. I don't need to say anything else.
You
It's
do,
great.
you do.
Yeah.
What is going to make the 18th year so special? What food vendors? No, I'm kidding.
Oh
What
my
is going to
gosh.
make this year so special?
It's hard to believe that it's actually been 18 years since we've been doing folk festival concerts down along the riverfront. I've been involved with the event for that long, and I'm still trying to explain to people that it's not all Peter, Paul, and Mary and banjos and quilts, that it's a lot more than that. For example, Saturday night at the Dominion Dance Tent this year, you'll see the 79ers gang from New Orleans, which is a masking parade-type band, very high energy, followed by Art of Noise from right here in Richmond,
That's
Virginia, which will be
right.
really cool, and Grammy winner Cedric Burnside, who's a great blues player. You know, everything from Greek music to Italian music to go-go and everything in between. It's a lot of fun.
I was definitely surprised when I saw it for the first time, probably 6 or 7 years ago, how much international music
Yeah.
is there. So
Yeah.
what countries are we representing? I heard Greece, Italy.
Greece is one of the further ones. It's funny, we've got a lot of international musicians, but quite frankly, most of our acts now are stateside. And we're finding that we're like pulling a lot of people from Texas and New York, and which coincidentally became a lot more beneficial to the festival in the last 3 years with how incredibly difficult international travel's become. And in all of 2020, all of our acts we had booked. We had to just say, see ya, and hopefully bring them back for the following year for 21. But Greece is probably the furthest we've got this year coming, which is, I'm very excited.
It's amazing, and the weather is always just overcast and drizzly. It's always perfect for being outside for hours at a time.
Well done, you've just jinxed it.
No, it's
It always rains. It does. It always
a
rains
drizzle.
a little bit.
It's
yeah.
a lovely
Us and the
drizzle.
state fair are cursed.
It keeps you
Yeah.
cool.
No, that's right. That's right.
Who are your partners? Who do you have to thank? Who gets involved to make this happen?
Oh my gosh, Reese, there's literally hundreds and hundreds of people. I told my wife the other night, it's incredible how many sort of pieces make this sort of folk festival fabric happen. Just in this room, there's people that make this happen, from volunteers to our photographers. Really, though, sponsors. It's a free event. We have a $1.5 million budget, and we're not charging for people to come in. So in order for us to make that money up, which we never do, we get sponsors to help take that load off. And then we also do bucket donations at the festival, and hopefully make about $100,000 in bucket donations, which is unbelievable. We'll have about 200,000 people at the festival
I was
over
just
the
about to
weekend.
ask, how
yeah,
many
so it's
people?
large. It's 3 days, 6 stages. About, if it's sunny, 200,000. If it's not, probably 150,000. And the weekend before that, we do the Second Street Festival in Jackson Ward, which has been much longer than the Folk Festival at this point. We're on 38 years, or no, excuse me, 34 years of the Second Street Festival, and got Grandmaster Flash on Saturday night, and
Oh, yes.
tribute to Prince on Sunday. So there's a lot of great things happening in fall right here in downtown Richmond. It's
And the
great.
Second Street Festival is the first and the second. I
That's
believe.
right.
Yeah.
First and the second, and there'll be 40,000 people in Jackson Ward. It's a street festival. It's free. And then the weekend after that's the Richmond Folk Festival.
And Rodney Stith is going to be at the Second Street Festival. I'm wearing his shirt tonight.
Oh,
He's
right
going to be
on.
there on the 1st at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I believe. So lots of alum of SSL get around.
I love that
and
he's playing that. I wasn't aware, and we have a wonderful staff of 3 of us that are doing events, and Sharon Bassard books all the bands for that event, and she's well, she and a committee, but she's just done a great job for it.
We are so grateful for Venture Richmond bringing us
thanks for
Friday
having us.
Cheers, you know,
Yeah.
the Browns Island concert. What is the rock one, the active one?
River Rock.
River Rock, yes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's-
people who get active, that's
going,
not me.
going well, too. That's right.
Second Street, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
incredible.
Well,
We're
thanks.
so
It's-
grateful, thank you.
We're grateful for the exposure. Appreciate it.
It is it rvafolkfestival.org? Is that it?
RichmondFolkFestival.org.
Richmond, it's
Yeah,
all spelled
close.
out. Okay,
Yeah,
I
you
think
can
it's
go
at
to
the bottom of the screen.
venturerichmond.com. Yeah.
But be sure to check the weather before. No, I'm kidding. Just go out. It doesn't matter. Grab
That's
an
right.
umbrella. There's plenty of places. There's food. There's crafts. There's music.
All of that, yes.
Everything is going to be there. So please check richmondfolkfestival.org, and then the Second Street Festival the weekend before. And also check out Venture Richmond. You guys clean up downtown.
We do,
You're
yeah.
always trying to do good things for our immediate little area here. So check
Well,
them
thank
out.
you.
Give your support.
And that
Thank you.
bass solo is ridiculous.
Oh my stars!
That
That's
was a great
what
solo. We
I
didn't
think that's when all the
give
flame
man any love, but
emojis
that was a
came
great,
in.
Great solo.
Just incredible. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure.
Thank you. Good sir, please keep it going.
All right. Thank you. Was it Steve?
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Steve, for your service in the area, man,
thanks,
for
Jan.
keeping the music alive and interest in this area as well. I've been to Folk Fest many years and loved it. The different, the whole variety of music. So it's not just one thing. It's just like you get a taste of a lot of different things and food.
That's
This is
right.
the first time I found some great restaurants there
Oh,
too.
good.
Thank
good.
you, Chan.
Thanks, Chan. Thank
Back
you.
me up.
Let's see. We're gonna do a song called Imagination Station 2.0. So I remade this song. I did it a long time ago on my second project, but I remade it based upon during the pandemic. It was a teacher who they invited me to kind of do a performance for the class, a class in Maryland. Matter of fact, I think she was on one of the people commenting. And anyway, I geared up to, I told her I would do it like a virtual situation. I got my equipment and I forgot an essential chord or something. So it was a big letdown for me because I was like, I couldn't perform in front of the kids. But they took questions and they wanted to learn more about a jazz musician. So I was there to tell them about the walk of a jazz musician. So some of the students, the teacher told me that they would really liking the whole jazz musician thing. So I was like, oh, cool. So I felt bad that I didn't get this chord. I was like so angry with myself. So I said I'll do something instead, do something special for them. So instead I just made a video in my room shouting that class out up in Maryland. And I shout out each student that she told me about individually. And I posted it on YouTube and I shared it to her so they can watch it. And she said, thank you, but I redid that song. So they inspired me to change the song. So this all happened during the pandemic in inspiration of fourth graders from a class in Maryland. So it's the children. Chan love the kids. So this song is called Imagination Station. Shout out to the fourth graders in Billingsley, I think it's Billingsley Elementary School in Maryland. That was called. That was called. That was called Imagination Station 2.0. So I remade it from my second album, but it was just a cool. I wanted to add some nice little funky twist in it that would get the kids kind of excited. So
It's the remix. The elementary school remix.
that's it. Elementary school rock, baby.
It's beautiful.
So I think we have one more.
Sure, please.
One more song. This came off the Something to Prove album as well. It's called Stay a While. So the funny story about this song. So at the time, I was dating my wife, you know, and I would go to her house. She's probably laughing right now because she's probably watching this. Like, he always tells this story. But it's a significant story because I always laugh because, you know, I knew what she was doing. It's kind of like she was just setting a web to catch me, you know. So anyway, I'm at her house and she's in the kitchen cooking and it's wintertime, so I have on my coat still. So she has the heat on, but I still have my coat off. So she would peep around the kitchen and say, "Hey, why don't you take your coat off and stay a while?" You know. I'm like, well, hey, I'm going to be staying, you know, or whatever. And she would just be like, "What? You don't look comfortable. Take your coat off. You know, you just stay a while." I guess it looked like I was just going to come in and leave out or whatever. So, but anyway, that stuck in my brain. And fast forward to time, when I did this album, I actually did this album during the pandemic. We couldn't gig or anything or get out, so I figured, hey, everybody's probably listening to radio, so why not write some good music at this particular time, put it out there on the radio, which I did. I made like music choice and a lot of different avenues. And I thought about when it came to writing the song, I thought about that moment. So while I was thinking of that moment, I was thinking of what I should probably play. Well, and a lot of times I'll think of music in a cinematic way. Like I'm thinking of like if I'm taking a walk on a bridge, what does the scene probably sound like in my head? Like if I guess I think of myself in like in a movie. So if I'm walking in a bridge, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, this is the moment I'm thinking of, and I'll come back and I'll recompose the music based off the moment.
You're the main character, Chan.
That's it. So I'm writing this story.
He's a star.
So I wrote this song based upon her telling me that, and I guess now I'm staying forever. So, so shout out to my wife. I love her for this song. Stay a while. All right. That was Stay a While.
Amazing.
I'm glad you guys stayed a while. Thank you for the audience today.
Absolutely. Where can people go for more information? When's your next gig? Where are you online?
So information-wise, you can go to chanhalljazz.com. That's going to be my website that tells you everything about me, bio, where I'm gigging, photos, press, contact information for booking. We do weddings. We do anything that you want to do, birthday parties, private events, festivals. Steve, we even do the 2nd Street Festival. You have us. Our next gig is going to be, or next show will be down in Norfolk, Virginia. It's called the Neon Festival. It's their 6th annual that they're doing down in Norfolk, Virginia. It'll be October the 16th. And then after that, we're picking up some Christmas dates that we haven't had, but we're working with Richmond Night Market.
Yes.
Which they don't have the date yet, but they have us down for the Christmas, one of the Fridays or Saturdays that they're going to have for the holiday villages. So we'll be doing that for December. There's an October date in Raleigh, North Carolina. I believe it's this October the 17th, like the next day.
Pack it in.
So a couple of days that's out of town. We're still picking up some stuff that's in town as well. So.
Well, you are very well loved. We wound up with 41 flame emojis tonight.
All right, 41. Yay. Flame on, baby.
You are loved. Thank you so much. This was truly a pleasure.
Thank
Very
you, Reese.
enjoyable. Thank you so much. We want to thank the Chan Hall Experience. We want to thank Stephen Leckie with Venture Richmond. Make sure you check out the Richmond Folk Festival this year. I mean, you have a few weeks, but check it out online so you can see the lineup. We want to thank the in-studio audience. We have a nice gaggle in here tonight. Yes,
Full audience.
absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. Woo!
Of course, we have to thank everyone behind the scenes for making that magic happen. Carlos, Andrea, Paul, Eric, Billy, Charlie, Dave, Julian, Tina, and Ben, and very importantly, you at home for switching us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, wherever you are. The show can be seen on YouTube indefinitely now or forever. It's evergreen. It's there. Go back, watch some old shows, rewatch this one, put this one on, and cook yourself some dinner. We're going to be back next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. with Wilson Springs Hotel. They were supposed to be on with us right after Floyd Fest, and of course the plague went around and they had to cancel last minute, but we finally get them back. In the meantime, follow us on social media. Be sure to sign up for the Shockoe Records newsletter so you can get all the details about that coming out. But be sure to subscribe, like us, tell all your friends about us. Make sure you tip the band, of course. You can still tip. There's still time to tip. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much. Are you keeping the